Welcome back to Inglés 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. Hello and welcome back to the show. Here we are in class number 189, and it starts with a little review, as it always does here on the program. We'll start with a little look at what we saw yesterday. We were talking about, first of all, each and every. Very similar in a lot of ways, each and every. We'll talk about both these words, and we see that. We saw the example that we looked at yesterday. Each child got a present. Cada uno de los niños recibió un regalo. This is the example that's in the student guide. Each child got a present. Here, so we could say that each puts a bit more emphasis on the, let's say, the individual separation. Each child. Here, every child got a present. Cada niño recibió, or todos los niños recibieron un regalo. So they're giving it to all children. But here with every, whereas with each, it almost separates them and treats them as individuals. Each child got a present. And there's a good discussion there in the student manual. It can be a little bit tricky. And there are a lot of cases where you could use either word, each or every. But with every, we're applying it to a group. So let's say everyone found the test hard. Everyone found the test difficult. It was a tough test. It was difficult. Everyone found it tough. Each student seemed to have their own problems with the test. Each student had their own problems. Maybe their problems were difficult, were different. Each student had their own problems. But all the students had problems. Every student had a problem of some kind. We can say everyone. Everyone had a problem. Everyone found it difficult. Each person had their own pen and their own paper, and they sat at their own desk. Each student sat at their own desk. Everyone had trouble with the exam. So it's similar, but really the use of each gives more emphasis on the individual separation, let's say, of the individuals involved. Okay. I hope that makes sense. It can be a little bit tricky. But let's move on and take a look at a phrasal verb here, because I want to make sure we cover everything in today's class. We have the phrasal verb to find out, which is enterarse or averiguar. To find out. So when did you find out about this course? When did you find out about it? Did you find out about it in September? It started in October. So a lot of people found out about it in September or in August. Some people didn't find out about it until October. Hopefully you found out about it before it started and you were able to enroll. When did you find out about this radio show? I try to promote the radio show as well as I can myself, because I hope that everyone finds out about it. I expect there are a lot of people who watch the television who don't know that this radio show exists. So I hope that they find out about it. So if you know anyone who follows the show on television, who follows the television portion of the course, I would ask you to please mention the show to them so that they can find out about it. It's good if they find out about this show so that they can take advantage of it as well. Yes. Well, when did you find out about Vaughan Radio in general? A lot of people have found out about it through this course, but most people find out about Vaughan Radio by chance. They're sitting in their car and they're flipping through the channels, they're scanning through the radio channels, and they find it by chance, by coincidence. And I found out about Vaughan Radio before it even existed, in fact. I found out about it. I found out that Richard Vaughan was going to set up a radio station, and I wanted to be involved. But I didn't start hosting radio shows until about a year ago. A year and a half ago. Yeah. But I found out about it a long time ago, and I wanted to get involved. Yes. I found radio interesting. I found it to be very interesting. I used to host a radio show in Canada at a little college station, a station at the university that I went to. And so when I found out that Vaughan was going to launch a radio station, I was interested. When I found out, to find out, enterarse, averiguar. You could say, oh, the boss is going to be angry when he finds out. Someone broke the window. The boss is going to be angry when he finds out. When you're young, sometimes you do things and you don't want your parents to find out about them. If my parents find out about this, they're going to be angry if they find out about it. All right, let's move on. And let's find out what our word of the day is. Word of the day. All right, our word of the day today is to guarantee. You're going to love this course. I guarantee it. I promise. I guarantee it. To guarantee is our word of the day. And you know this. You know this word. It's similar to the Spanish, really. But there are some interesting things about this. To guarantee, G-U-A-R-A-N-T-E-E, to guarantee, guarantee. Now we also have the noun, a guarantee. He gave me his guarantee. He guaranteed I'd like it. He gave me his guarantee. But I'd like to mention the word guarantee, the noun, versus the word warranty, W-A-R-A-N-T-Y. Warranty, W-A-R-R-A-N-T-Y. Warranty. Because a guarantee is essentially someone saying, you're going to love this product. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I'm giving you my guarantee. I promise. But it's not backed up necessarily. It's not. There aren't consequences, legally binding consequences, if you don't like it. If you're not satisfied with the product. This is a guarantee with a G. But now a warranty is a legal document. It's essentially a contract that says if this television set breaks within 90 days, you bring it back to the store with this warranty, this physical piece of paper, and we will give you a new one, or we will give you your money back. We will give you a certain compensation that is agreed upon. That's a warranty. And now a warranty will expire. It expires, yes. Warranties expire. A guarantee is just a promise. It may or may not. Well, it's not by itself. It's not legally binding. So the verb, our word of the day, is the verb to guarantee, which is essentially to make a promise to someone, telling them that they're going to be happy with a product, or that certain requirements will be met. We'll be there. We guarantee that we will arrive on time. We won't be late. We guarantee it. But, on its own, that guarantee doesn't necessarily say that there are certain consequences, legally binding consequences, if the person appears late. Whereas a warranty is a contract. But a warranty is typically for products that break, that could break, or that you're not happy with. Well, you bring it back and you have this warranty, this piece of paper this legally binding piece of paper that entitles you to compensation under certain circumstances, certain conditions. All right, let's move into class 189 here, and we see how as an adjective. Qué aburrido. How boring. How boring. Qué maleducado. How rude. How rude. How difficult. Qué difícil. So how plus adjective is the same as que plus adjective in Spanish. So this is used when we're expressing surprise with a situation, for example. Oh, man, how rude he is. I can't believe it. Now imagine you're asked to perform a lot of complicated mathematical calculations. How difficult. How challenging. How tough. So how plus adjective is used so to emphasize the adjective and to make it stronger. So the how is adding strength to that adjective. How fast. He went to the store. He told me he was going to the store to buy a Coca-Cola, and he's back already? How fast. Man, oh man, he's fast. How quick. It was like the blink of an eye. He's back already. How quick? How fast? Now, it's important to know if we have the que plus adjective followed by a verb, then we'll use so. Okay? Yesterday's movie was so boring. We don't say how boring. How boring. But yesterday's movie was so boring. The test, imagine the test was very easy. Now using so. The test was so easy. Last night I saw a funny movie. It was so funny. You can say, how funny? Or the movie was so funny. It was really funny. Qué gracioso. It was so funny. Oh, man. That was a really funny movie. So either so or how. Simply how plus adjective, or it was so funny. Because the problem we hear sometimes is people saying, what boring? But no, what? No, you cannot say that. You say, how boring, qué aburrido. How boring, how difficult, not what difficult. And this is the mistake I hear all the time. What funny? No. How funny. It was so funny. It was. It was so funny. Oh, man. He was so good. He was so funny. How funny. Right? And just the short structure. How funny. How odd. How strange, we could say. All right? All right. Now, let's move on and take a look at our vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. All right, as we move on here, we have our vocabulary of the day, our 5 words of vocabulary. First, the adjective desordenado. Desordenado. Messy. Messy. M-E-S-S-Y. His desk was messy. My desk at home is pretty messy. Yeah, it's usually quite messy. Tiburón. Tiburón is shark. Shark. S-H-A-R-K. Disparo. Shot. A shot. Gambas. Gambas. Shrimp. Shrimp. Algo así como something like, it sounded something like a shot. Un disparo. It sounded something like a shot. It looked something like a shark. Yes. It looked something like a messy desk. Like my messy desk. Now, messy doesn't mean it's dirty. It's just desordenado. My desk is clean. It's not dirty. It's clean. It's just a bit messy, a bit disorganized. I have piles of paper here and there. And I know, for the most part, where everything is, but it is a little bit messy. I must say. It's a bit messy, desordenado. All right. So now as we move on into the last portion of the class, we see a little review with some recent verbs. We have the verb to mean, which is querer decir. We saw that a few days ago. And to lead, liderar, to lead. And, or to essentially direct others, to lead them. And the verb to keep, guardar, to keep. So another thing I'll just mention is that I did say, I explained, just like on my other program, the Verb Circus, where I did an entire episode about the verb to keep. And we can have keep as in guardar, or mantener, to keep something. Or we can also have keep plus gerund, which is to continue doing something. Keep going, keep walking, don't stop. Keep going. Okay, and I have to keep going for a few more minutes, so let's talk about these verbs. The verb to mean. Did you mean what you said? Give me an affirmative answer. Yes, Kyle, I meant. Remember, M-E-A-N-T. I meant what I said. I meant exactly what I said. I meant every word of it. Did you lead a parade last year? Yes, I led a parade last year through the streets of Madrid or Barcelona or Seville. Okay. Did you lead a band when you were in school? Did you lead a band? Yes, I led a band when I was in school. Did you mean to say everything you said? Yes, I meant. Remember the T, M-E-A-N-T. I meant to say everything I said. Did you say everything you meant to say? Yes, I said everything I meant to say. Did you keep original copies of your documents? Yes, I kept original copies of my documents. It's very important, I find, when you go to renew an application or a license or something. It's good to keep the original copies or keep some extra copies as well. To keep copies. Keep, kept. Okay? I've always kept extra copies of important documents. Okay. Now, did I keep asking questions in the last class? Did I just keep asking them and asking them? Yes, Kyle, you just kept asking them. You wouldn't stop. You kept asking them and asking them and asking them. Okay. Well, I've kept asking questions for a long time now, so I will stop because we're running out of time. We're all out of time. So I'm going to stop now, but I want to thank you for listening, and I hope you'll keep studying and keep working and keep practicing because we don't have very many classes left. Only 6 more classes. So keep studying, and I hope you'll keep listening right now because I'll be back in a few minutes with the advanced class. It's a good way to improve your comprehension. So keep listening. I'll be right back. See you soon. Bye-bye.